Hello, everybody. Welcome to This Day. It is Monday, and it's March 20th, the first day of spring. Even though you wouldn't know it with the rain, but more rain means more beautiful flowers. All right, let's tell you a little bit about our meetings. Now, we have a few meetings to tell you about, and then one that was canceled. So to start us off, we have one at 9:30 this morning. It's the GRF and all boards budget workshop session 1. Here we go for their long process of the budgets. That will be in the boardroom. And then at 1:30 this afternoon is the GRF Media and Communications Committee meeting, and that will also be in the boardroom. And then this afternoon, our 3 o'clock meeting has been canceled. That was the GRF Broadband Ad Hoc Committee, and that has been canceled. All right, on our show today, we have our live United Mutual update with Lenny Ross. And he is the president. He's got lots of great information for us on behalf of the entire board, and the meeting happened last week. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at our weather. Well, as you already know, it's going to be raining today, raining tomorrow, and raining on Wednesday. So we're looking at 59, 54, 57, 48, 56, 46, and then we have some gorgeous sunshine on Thursday, 59, 47, and then partly cloudy skies on Friday, 60, 47. Our sunrise this morning was at 6:57, and our sunset will be at 7:01. And this is a gorgeous photo out of Diamond Valley Lake in California. So I thought I would share this photo because it is the first day of spring, and we are going to be looking forward to lots of beautiful flowers over the next couple of months. Just a reminder that the pools are going to be having some maintenance, and so you will want to check the schedule. And if you have any questions about any of the pool's maintenances, please contact Recreation at 949-597-4273. All right, when we come back, we will sit down with Lenny Ross and learn all about what happened at the United meeting last week. Stay tuned.
Orcam Read empowers people with low vision.
Sometimes reading can be a challenge. With Orcam Read, just point and click. Read at work. Read a recipe. Read a magazine. Read anything you want. Orcam Read.
Oh, life, how we admire you, are deeply fascinated by you. All your twists and turns and wild rides you take us on. The ups and the downs. Life, you live inside all of us, breathing, growing, beating. You are the reason we'll always provide world-class healthcare. Providence, we see the life in you.
Hi, remember us?
We're back,
Christine and Jack from the Jewelry Box.
which is now the Jewelry Box Estate Buyers.
Relocated in a new spot in our old shopping center.
But we're still Orange County's preeminent buyer of gold, jewelry, watches, and flatware.
And we're still a full jewelry repair center. And with our 3 graduate gemologists, we're still here to appraise your special pieces.
And like always, at the Jewelry Box Estate Buyers,
It's about trust.
It's the return of the Moonshiners All-Star Band. Clubhouse 5, Wednesday, March 29th. Playing your favorite country classic music and country-adjacent music to benefit the Laguna Woods Village Saddle Club and Equestrian Center. Mini horse Sebastian and his saddle pals look forward to improving the lives and safety of both horse and rider in Laguna Woods Village. Last year sold out, so get tickets early. On sale February 13th at the Equestrian Center. Grab your hat, your boots, and scoot on over to the Moonshiners All-Star Band.
Welcome back. As I mentioned, we have Lenny Ross here, who is the president of United Mutual. Well, welcome back. Nice to see you.
Thank you. It's good
and
to be
you've
here.
survived another meeting.
Yeah, another meeting.
Well,
yes.
that's good. You keep coming back for more, which is great. We're happy to have you, and thank you for filling us in and giving us an update. So I'm just going to let you go ahead and just kind of go, bit by bit, and kind of give us an overview.
Okay, and wherever you want to ask a question, feel free
you
to
know
ask.
I will.
Okay, so first I wanted to introduce our new board of director. Her name is Sue Quam. She was just elected just a few days ago to our board, and she has a lot of experience in policy development, legislative efforts, communications, and administration. Also, Director Allison Bach, who's a current director, who was installed as second vice president following the resignation of Reza, who resigned from our board a few months ago.
Okay.
And we did place on 28-day notice 2 resolutions. One of them was Architectural Standards 35, or they were 35 and 42, which call out processing fees for 1 and 2 story units that are requesting solar panels. So as more people request solar panels, there's new fees involved in doing that, and new applications and so forth.
Right. Now, before you go on, yes, I will ask you a question regarding the 28-day notice.
Yeah.
So what ends up happening is it's evaluated for 28 days, and then residents can come and talk, like request things, or what happens during that time?
That's right. So the board votes for the resolution to go to a 28-day notice.
All right.
And during that time, between the first meeting and the second meeting, we entertain people's responses regarding regarding the measure, and then there'll be a final vote at the second meeting to either pass it or not pass it.
Okay. So I would imagine that some of the units, can have solar panels, but is that something that is kind of a mutually agreed situation? Like maybe a lot of people would like them.
Yeah, and they're welcome to apply. Anyone can apply, even if you have shared roof situations with other residents, which most of us do.
Okay.
And there's the fees and the rules specify exactly where the solar panels are to be located, and how they even have to specify when they need to be removed when they're doing new roofing, to allow for the roofing. So there's all these rules relating to solar panels, and it's very clearly done by maintenance department.
Okay.
And so anyone wanting to get a hold of that information could easily access it.
Okay,
on
good.
the Laguna Woods website.
Yeah, I was just going to ask you. That's under governance, and they can find the documents there.
Yes.
Okay, fantastic.
Yeah. And then next is we passed a motion to adopt the anti-harassment policy. This policy is for United only. We tried to go with a policy that would use that would include Third and GRF. Unfortunately, we weren't able to get there, but we did go ahead and adopt a policy, but it's only for United only.
Right.
So we have our own policy now.
Well, that's all right, and then the others will come along with theirs. So maybe they're using you as a guinea pig to see how it goes.
That's true. That's true. The others actually have their own policies.
Oh, perfect.
So
okay.
they're in good shape. We also had a March town hall that dealt with the values of employing trusts to protect wealth for heirs of our residents. And I think that's a real important town hall because we had a guest speaker who has a lot of experience doing trusts, and they explained the value of the trusts. And because if a person doesn't have a trust, only has a will, then their property goes into what's called probate.
Right.
And in probate, a lot of the estate ends up going to attorneys that they don't even know about, and it could take years to resolve. Yeah. So we think it's vital importance to develop a trust, have a trust, and put your property that you have in Laguna Woods into that trust.
Exactly.
It's very important.
It is very important. Good idea.
And then April Town Hall will highlight about repairs covered and not covered by our HOA. So that's another important town hall because there's a lot of confusion as to what is covered and what is not covered in maintenance.
Okay.
So that we'll look forward to that.
Okay.
Additionally, the Ad hoc Investment Committee will consider whether it can move forward to supply loans and or refinancing to residents. This is really important for our United Board because currently we don't do loans now. We don't have refinancing because our property insurance is not as high as it needs to be to allow for Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac to provide us loans.
I see.
So therefore, we've decided to start this ad hoc committee to see if it's feasible to develop loans, because what happens is a lot of people have lived here, 20 or 30 years, and they have a lot of equity in the properties in United co-ops, and they run into medical bills or other bills, and they can't refinance, they can't get a loan. So we need to develop. We need to refinance so that they can pull some of the money out of their properties and use it to pay off their bills.
Okay, but a normal bank won't let them do that because of the insurance coverage you said is not as high.
It's not as high as it needs to be.
I see, but that was only, what was that, within the last couple of years that was the case, right?
Yeah.
Well, you'd think they'd work with you at some point.
But the good point is that it hasn't affected property values. Still, co-ops remain pretty good pricing, and so that hasn't affected sales or co-op pricing.
All right, fantastic.
Let's see, next item is so today starts the budget process for 2024.
Oh, yay. I know how excited you are.
It's very exciting. So it's important too to welcome our residents to these meetings because they're open meetings. And today starts the first all boards meeting. It starts at about 20 minutes from now in our boardroom. And there'll be another one on Wednesday at 9:30 in the boardroom. And you're all welcome to attend. They're important meetings because they're going to establish whether we're going to need to increase our HOA fees.
Right.
And so this is a 5 to 6 month process starting today.
Right.
But you're all welcome to attend those meetings.
Right, and also I believe some of those meetings are virtual as well, so if they wanted to follow along, they could go ahead and do that as well.
They are, absolutely.
Oh, and a couple of celebrations are coming up.
And then there's Earth Day celebration, April 20th from 1 to 4, and in Clubhouse 1. And so that's a good time to come out and see your fellow residents and talk to them about how we keep our environment as clean as possible. And so that's a good opportunity.
Okay.
A good celebration. And then there's also a spring real estate forum on May 3rd from 3 to 4:30 where the realtors will be together to hear about our current rules, new processes for working with the realtors in our community.
Oh, and I'm imagining they'll give you an update on what's happening too, because there's been a lot of speculation that home prices are going to go down, but who knows, because our interest rates are crazy. I mean, there's so much going on. So that's a great idea to have them come out and give you an overview.
There's also a lot of confusion between realtors that practice in Laguna Woods and those that don't. They don't always know the current rules, so we encourage all the realtors to come out for this training.
Well, yeah. So if a resident has a realtor that not necessarily specializes in the woods, bring them along.
That's right. That's right. Bring them down. And then we have, let's see. Oh, I wanted to mention this. Very important. I should have brought this up first, but for those that need social services, it's a very important function that we have here in Laguna Woods. We have employees, I think it's a staff of around 5 employees that have a lot of experience with social work and social services. And they provide excellent services to our residents in need. If you want information about social services, you can contact a general manager at VMS Inc. I thought I had a telephone number for someone, but I guess I don't. But you can contact that by email and request help with any kind of social services. I actually was reading the Village
Brand
Breeze.
new Village one, yeah, it just dropped.
Yeah, and on page 20, it lists some of the social services that they provide, and I'll just read from it real quick.
All right.
With the help of social services, a resident can access a range of assistance that can get them through a difficult period. Key among the help available is temporary financial assistance that can pay for caregiver services, an unexpected prescription not covered by insurance, a high electric bill, dental services, or medical care, or hearing aid repair, and more. Also available for those experiencing difficult times are grocery and gas cards. So that's just, and they do Meals on Wheels as well.
Exactly.
So all of those services are available through social services, and we encourage those who are in need to contact them and seek them out because they're available for your benefit.
Well, exactly, and they work very closely with the foundation of Laguna Woods Village, who everything is kept confidential, so if you ever needed something, you can contact them. They'll find the resources for you and they'll help you out. So perfect. There's been a lot of discussion about our social services, and Susan McInerney over there has been doing a fantastic job.
Yeah, I was hoping to bring her phone number with me, but I forgot it. But
well, we will do that. We will go ahead and get that to everybody right after we have.
If you could do that, that would be great.
Absolutely, we'll do that for social services.
Her name was Susan.
Susan McInerney.
McInerney.
Yeah,
that's right.
All right. Thank you so much. I appreciate the information.
Okay.
Great job, and keep up the good work, and good luck to you on all the budgets.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Because I know it is a long process.
Thanks to everyone too.
All right. If you need more information regarding social services, or if you want more information about anything that Lenny has discussed, you can always send an email to generalmanager@vmsinc.org. We will go ahead and forward that email to the appropriate person. And then, of course, you can always go to their meetings the second Tuesday of every month at 9:30. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Well, today I am joined by Dr. Jack Jacob, and he is here on behalf of Memorial Care Saddleback Medical Center. Well, welcome. Very nice to have you on.
Thank you. It's nice to be here.
Thank you for joining us. I know you guys are always very busy, and especially not only as a medical oncologist, but also a medical director. So I'm sure it's very difficult to pull yourself away, but thank you.
Thank you. This is important, and I'm glad to be here to discuss the various topics you're interested in.
Okay, good. So before we get to really what the medical center does, the Cancer Institute, tell me a little bit about yourself and how you arrived here.
So, as you mentioned, I'm a medical oncologist and hematologist. I take care of blood diseases and cancer. And I've been in this community since '06, so basically out of school, out of training. For the past couple of years, I've been the medical director for Orange County Oncology Services for Memorial Care. Prior to that, for about a decade, I was in private practice, and we had a rather large private practice in Orange County that was caring for probably maybe 1,500 to 2,000 new patients with cancer every year.
Okay.
That practice was acquired by the hospital system, as we've done others as well in Orange County, and really built a very large, comprehensive network of cancer-related services that really spans, honestly, from LA all the way to South Orange County.
Right,
yeah.
Right. Now let's talk a little bit about the Cancer Center itself. So you have the Saddleback Medical Center and then the Orange Coast Medical Center. So what are the differences?
So, and in addition, we also have Long Beach Memorial Medical Center. Each have their own respective cancer programs that fall under a larger sort of umbrella of a cancer program or cancer service line. And and each may have some strengths. So we are trying to operate cohesively where those strengths are supported and further nourished to grow, and other areas that maybe not as strong would be sort of less so. So in the case of Saddleback, there's a lot of strengths with our surgical services, our breast program, our genetics program, a clinical research program that we are developing and have a whole host of different clinical trials available. Our what we would say maybe a supportive care or sort of ancillary services that include something like patient navigation, where you kind of take people through this labyrinth that is cancer care in the U.S. And try to basically take out some of the most stressful points that patients are experiencing, which is scheduling visits and understanding various things. And so Saddleback happens to be very strong in all of those areas, and they're continuing to sort of improve and enhance them.
Okay. So now, even off camera, we were talking about how cancer has increased in a number of people of all ages, and one key thing is prevention. And you want to make sure you keep with your doctor visits and your mammograms and your prostate exams and things like that to help check for things.
Yeah, I agree. I think perhaps the viewers, I think at this point, hopefully have that sense of importance to those kinds of things. What I like to tell people when it comes to screening studies, hey, they're not the most pleasant thing. A colonoscopy is not that easy to do, but it's a lot about self-respect. Okay. If you respect yourself and your health, and you want to do right by yourself, get your screening studies done. The things that are in your control are those screening studies and making those appointments, not smoking, not drinking or minimizing drinking, trying to stay slim and trim, exercising, watching your diet. Those are the things that are in your control. Your genes and the other things that give rise to diseases, those aren't. But it rarely is just one issue, your genes. It's usually an interplay of a lot of those factors. And so control the factors that you can.
That's a really nice way to put it, is self-respect, because I don't think I've actually heard anybody say that specific couple of words. Because you're right, if you respect your body and you respect what you put in your body, you may help prevent having something happen. Right. That's a really good point. So now let's talk about prevention. You have a event that's going to be coming up here, Laguna Woods Village. It's actually going to be for the residents. It's going to be at Moulton Parkway at Clubhouse 2. And I love it. So it's a few weeks away, but what is it you want to tell people about that event, and what will be some of the things that would be covered?
Well, we're bringing together a lot of the physicians that are involved in the various aspects of cancer care and prevention, things like that. So come out and meet them, hear what they have to say. The areas of prevention that we have evidence-based screening studies, from breast cancer to lung cancer to colorectal cancer, prostate cancer, those are things that will be highlighted, and there's reasons why we have screening studies for those. Among them is that these are the most common cancers. And cancer in general increases with age. 1 in 3 will have cancer by the time they're 80. And come and learn as much as you can about it, because I think education and knowledge is very helpful.
I was going to ask, now when you say 1 in 3 will have some sort of cancer, is that including skin cancer?
It's including skin cancer as well.
Okay, because I was going to say that's very common.
That's very common, and and especially as we get older, and especially in Orange County. I mean, we're blessed with all the sun that we have, and the lifestyle that we all share. But there's consequence to that, and skin cancer is very common.
And it's something that we probably did to ourselves very early on if we've lived in the sun all of our lives, and sometimes it doesn't show up until later.
That's correct.
Right. Okay. Excellent. So I like the fact that you're going to bring a different doctor from each area. So they'll have talks, and then they'll have a Q&A, I assume?
Yes.
Okay. Great.
Yeah.
Great.
So come with your questions.
Good. Now, would you agree that it is harder to get men into their regular appointments than women?
I wouldn't necessarily agree to that, just based on my own personal experience. But perhaps there's data that supports that. But what I have noticed is there is a high level of motivation in South Orange County. It's demographically more, I would say, has more access. And there's definitely a higher level of education here. People are interested in their health, their lifestyles. They're into prevention and all those things, and it's really a privilege to practice in South Orange County, very honestly. But we hopefully just want to improve that if we could.
Excellent, excellent. If you were going to give our residents one piece of advice, what would you say?
I would say that learn as much as you can about your health.
Perfect. And have self-respect.
And have self-respect.
Thank you so
Always.
much. It was very nice to meet you, and
Thank you.
glad to have you on.
Thank you. Thank you.
If you want more information about anything that we've discussed, including cancer research or cancer treatments, or maybe just the event that is coming up here on March 27th, you can go to memorialcare.org/SB Cancer. We'll be right back. I wanted to just let you know that the resident services number, in order for you to get all of the information that Lenny had talked about earlier in our program, is 949-597-4267. All right, let's tell you about our movie for today. Great movie called Devotion. I think you're really going to enjoy it. It's all about flying and pilots, and they've got some great scenes in it. So that is today, 2 p.m. with subtitles, 6 p.m. without subtitles, brought to you by Providence Mission Hospital. As we had shown you earlier, one of the panelists who will be here for the Cancer Prevention and Detection, that's happening March 27th, 5:30 to 7 in Clubhouse 2. And as I mentioned, there'll be a panel of a variety of different doctors, and they're going to talk all about how you can prevent. However, they would really like you to RSVP to Jessica Sanders at 949-452-3791. All right, also the Health and Wellness Expo is coming up, and there's going to be lots of different vendors and businesses locally who are going to talk to you about your health and wellness. That's going to be happening at Clubhouse 5, Saturday, March 25th from 10 to 2. If you want more information about that event, get in touch with Recreation at 949-597-4382. And then also our Easter buffet is right around the corner. That's going to be in April, and you will need to get tickets to that. They are $38 for adults, and children 6 to 10 is $19, and children under 5 are free. The tickets are on sale at the Clubhouse 5 box office, or you can get in touch with Recreation at vmsinc.org. All right, our weather for the next couple of days is going to be rain. We are looking at rain again. It's kind of drizzling on and off today, might be breaking up a bit, but we are expecting it again tonight. 59, 54, tomorrow 57, 48, 56, 46, sunshine 59, 47, and 60, 47. Have a great day in the village. We will see you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Mama used to Mama used to